Grand Rising loves. This is the altar spread for the collective today. So the sacred geometry that showed up for today is triangle. Triangle, the upward pointing triangle, represents the Trinity, right? The Trinity of all trinities, right? Father, mother, child. It also represents the mind, body, soul, Trinity. And so all aspects of our growth, spiritual, emotional, mental. And the upward pointing triangle is a very masculine energy. It's an action driven force. But this showed up in the reverse. So it tells you to be really aware of your life purpose. But showing up in the reverse, it tells you you have entered into a situation where you are a third party. And it is no longer your place to be in that situation. And to either heal it or leave. And so really be aware of any imbalances that are within you that are causing that. So always, our reality is a manifestation of what's inside of us. So if there's some imbalance between yourselves, your body, your mind, your soul, if you don't have the harmonizing of your parts happening, you are going to act out in ways that disrespect that connection of your Trinity and create disharmony outside of yourself. And so showing up in the reverse, it's telling you, make sure that you are taking care of this, because it cannot progress or move forward that way. And Time Master showed up again. We've had him before, and I love how there's that little hidden infinity. But time is a human construct. It's not a construct of spirit. And so for those of us who operate mostly in spirit, we recognize that time is more of a frequency, not actually a linear thing. And so I actually experience time as a frequency that moves almost like a torus. It's this spiral spinning that goes in on itself. And so when I jump timelines or cross into other lifetimes, it's not a linear thing at all. But being the time master showing up, what it's telling you to do is to be present. And we talked about this in yesterday's spread. You know, that saying, time flies when you're having fun. And the reason is because when you are fully present, you're not operating from a space of time. So you're not held by the constructs of that. You're not time traveling to the past in your mind, being weighted down, not motivated, or having expectations or goal orienting, which tries to force you to be in the future. It both take you out of the present moment. And so even when I'm jumping timelines, I do it from presence, a state of presence. I'm not doing it in my mind, I'm doing it with my spirit. That's the huge difference. And so you do lose time when you're operating from a place of presence and spirit. And so it's asking you, inviting you, can you do that? Can you be so radically present that time doesn't exist, making you the master of time? So, magic, this has shown up a lot. This is actually a wind element stone, which activates the crown and the brow chakra and the third eye, which is not a chakra at all. Western teaching teaches as if the third eye and the brow chakra, the ajna, are synonymous. They're not. They do work together, but they're not synonymous. It's not the same thing. The third eye is not a chakra at all. But labradorite activates those centers and opens you to your higher self, but also higher vision and the wisdom of spirit. So things become magical because you can experience things that are outside of material experiences, the miraculous. And so Pachamama, she with the Andean emerald heart. I love this card because she talks about moving past the ideas of destruction and evil and move into unity consciousness. And the only way we can do that is to recognize our own magnificence. It's not the trying to be like everyone else or trying to please anyone else. It's the radical acceptance of self that actually is going to return us to the unity consciousness. That's the paradox. You cannot glimpse God until you recognize that you on your own are God. So I would like to say the prayer of this card. And the way that we do that, we use earth to access great voids and to keep ourselves grounded in this middle space, bringing us into the human experience. And that's why we choose the human experience. But she is our anchor. She is our support. So even when we forget to support ourselves, we have this ever dependable mother in Gaia. So shake out your shoulders. Let's take a deep collective inhale. Release with an audible sigh. Close your eyes. Stay connected to my voice. Inamaka, my earth mother, Gaia, Mother Nature, Earth Goddess, and Buddha of equanimity. She with the Andean emerald heart. I offer my gratitude and reverence in this ritual to love, honor, and nourish you. Now place your hands on your heart and visualize that you are generating love and gratitude to offer to her, reflecting upon your most precious life experiences that she has held you through, and your love of nature, and help you evoke love through that connection so that you may emanate gratitude and joy and dance that upon the earth. Aho.